Hi, I'm John Policino, a geographer for the U.S. Census Bureau. Did you know the Census Bureau updates the nation's housing unit count twice a year? These updates track changes in residential housing and group quarters. Housing unit counts are the only data available at the census block level, the smallest census geography, that provide actual numbers rather than estimates, projections, or adjusted figures. The Census Bureau offers exciting tools to dive into housing data, including interactive maps and address count files. In this video, we'll show you how to use the Housing Unit Change Viewer tool, which lets you compare 2020 counts with the most recent counts.
To get to the Housing Unit Change Viewer, go to census.gov/geography and click on Interactive Maps. Scroll down to find the Housing Unit Change Viewer. The Housing Unit Change Viewer depicts the change in the number of housing units by state. The default view shows the percentage change in housing units, with the dark green indicating a higher percentage added since the 2020 census, and the dark purple showing a higher percentage of housing units removed since the 2020 census. There is also an option at the top to view the numeric change as depicted in yellow circles, as well as an option to view both percentage and numeric change at the same time. In this example, we will use percent and numeric change. Let's zoom in. The address count change results switch from the state to the county level, census tract, block group, and lastly, the census block. You can zoom in and out by using the scroller on your mouse, the plus/minus button in the upper left corner, by searching for a location using the magnifying glass icon in the upper right corner, or search by using the GeoID. As you zoom in closer, the results of the map change from the state level to county level, and the legend on the left will adjust. If you use the pointer and click, you can see the housing count numbers for each county. For example, in the upper right corner of Colorado is Sedgwick County, and you can see that they had an increase of 19 housing units since 2020. Remember, data is updated every 6 months. Numbers might vary depending on the time you are viewing this video. Let's close that out and click on a darker green county like Weld County. You can see they had a much higher increase of 14,703 housing units. Let's zoom in closer in Weld County. As you zoom in closer, it reveals the results at the census tract and block group level. You could also pan around on the map by holding down on the left mouse button and moving the mouse to drag the map around. I want to find out what is happening in Greeley, Colorado. As you can see, at the census tract level, Greeley has census tracts with large numbers of housing increases, while other tracts marked in purple show a decrease. If you want a better understanding of where you're located, you could also toggle the imagery icon at the bottom left of the map. That turns on the latest Esri Public imagery. In this example, it's a year and a half old, from 2023. Let's take a closer look at the two fastest growing tracts in the middle, focusing on the one on the left. As you get to the block level, you can see the growth in the tract is in just a few blocks. Let's take a closer look at the block towards the top of the tract and use the imagery icon. You can see from the imagery that ground has been cleared and new multi-unit housing is going up. When you click on the block, you can see that block 1003 in Census Tract 14.08 in Weld County has gone from 14 to 214 housing units. It appears that we are capturing the new housing that is being developed in this block. Now let's go to a different part of the country to see an example of a large decrease in housing. To reset the map to the default map view, use the Home button on the top left. Since we know the block, let's use the Search by GOID button on the upper right. Let's search by census block GOID and type in the full 15-digit block ID, which consists of the state code, county code, 6-digit tract code, and 4-digit block code. 06 08 55 13 000 4002. When you select the Apply button, it will zoom into the block and highlight it. Now you can see the block. Select the Trash Can button in the Search tool to clear the yellow so you can get a better look at the block. As you can see by the labeling, you're in Santa Clara County, California, and on the campus of Stanford University. If you want a clear view, you can switch over to the numeric change view, and that removes the color shading. Click on the imagery icon. By zooming in and panning around, it appears these buildings may be dormitories or classroom buildings. When you click on the block, you can see that the housing unit count has gone down from 320 to 0, but the group quarters count went from 32 to 35. College dorms are considered group quarters, and we are working on updating our address database where we have individual dorm room addresses and convert them to group quarters, as you can see in this example.
We hope you enjoyed exploring this tool. If you're looking to view just a current address list, make sure to check out our current address count listing files map viewer data gem. You can learn more about our geography program, tools, and resources by visiting census.gov/geography or by reaching out via email at geo.geography@census.gov. To access more data gems, courses, and webinars to continue learning about the Census Bureau's data and tools, go to census.gov/academy. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.